Hey, thank you for joining. My name is Craig. I'm going to go over 3 key components you need before you start running ads if you are a home service business. And I'm going to go through these 3 things and why most home service businesses end up failing, or they end up saying, hey, you know what, these leads are no good when they start running leads on Facebook. You need to know what you're looking for, and you also need to have a system in place to handle these leads. If you're getting leads just texted to you right now, or they're just coming through a simple CRM, you are in trouble. If you don't respond on time, if you're not following up properly, you can see a lot of money go out the door and not a lot of money come back in. So we want to make sure that we correct this, set it up the right way the first time, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so automation, you're going to go through these 3 steps here is automation, follow-up, and appointment setting. We want to make sure that we automate the entire system. We want to make sure when a lead comes in, it is automatically sent a response from you that sounds real. It sounds like a real person's actually reaching out, and it generates a response back to the business owner. We want to give you a chance to go ahead and start a dialogue and start responding with your leads. And we want to automate all the pre-qualification of this lead up front so you're getting the highest quality lead to begin with. If you just are relying on name, phone number, email to come through your system, then what happens? Well, what happens is you get a bunch of leads, but they're not the highest quality leads. That means that you're going to spend most of your time chasing down people, trying to get them to answer the phone, pulling your hair out because you're like, hey, I know this is a lead. They were scrolling at 2 a.m. in the morning and they decided to hit a button on Facebook and submit their information to me. But I can't get a hold of them. What happens? Well, there's a couple things that went wrong here. There's a very key element to this process, and it's called friction. Now, if you are not adding friction in your lead getting process, because that's what we're doing, we're getting leads, but we need to add a level of friction to the process. And what I mean by that is we need to add pre-qualification questions. We need to make sure that we walk them down a roadmap. We don't want the lead necessarily knowing that they're being pre-qualified right out the gate. We need to know ahead of time to better help them, better serve them, what their needs, wants, and what their pain points are. So how do we do this in home services? Well, let's take roofing, for example. So let's say that we're going after a person that has a leak currently, and they really truly want to get this leak resolved, but they don't know where to start. So we ask questions about the leak. We ask questions about their pain point, and we make sure we are talking to the right decision maker. So what kind of problems are you experiencing with your roof right now? Please be specific. We want specifics. We want pain points. We want to hear it in their terms, because when you use their terms, what happens is you build rapport, you're speaking in their language, you build a connection, and you need to make sure you're paying attention to using the customer's terms when you're speaking to them, when you're communicating with them. Now, next, how long has this leak or problem been going on? We want to know, how long has this been a pain? Like, why do we need to get it fixed right now? Once you understand that, you can say, hey, look, I understand it's been going on for 6 months. It's been tough, huh? Yeah, tell me a little bit about how did it start? When did you notice it? What do you see now? And you really start diving into the pain of that client. Then once we can move forward, are you the decision maker? Are you the owner? Or are you authorized to make changes to the roofing system? Yes, I am. If it's a no, it's a no-go. Then you need to call them and say, hey, look, I understand you have a leak, you have some issues. Let's get in touch with the landlord. What's the number of the landlord so I can talk to them about it? Now, once we go from there, we want to understand things like, what kind of services are you looking for? Are you looking for just a repair to get you by? Are you looking to extend the life of your roof 10 to 15 years if we're talking commercial? That's a roof coating, right? Or are we looking for a brand new roof, a full roof replacement? we're going to go through these little scenarios. Now, there's different things that you can do on the residential side, commercial side. Commercial side, are they looking for tax benefits? Are they looking for roofing systems that offer them tax benefits with the IRS? Is that important to educate somebody on that? Why, absolutely. Because now you're starting to separate yourself from the competition. Did anybody else mention that? Probably not. And if we're talking about, let's just take blow-in insulation, for example. What are your current energy bills? To help us estimate how much insulation that you need, what are your current energy bills? You're going to get a list of their energy bills, like what their energy bill is. Well, is that really important to us? Probably not, but it's a pain point for them. It brings it to the front of their mind, so now they're thinking about it. Dang, I do pay $600 a month on my utility bills. It's crazy. I pay that, and I understand, like, man, I want to lower that. Well, how do we do that? We do that with more insulation, or we do that with a thicker layer of insulation. And you start asking questions. What kind of insulation do you have now? What is your desired outcome? To lower my energy bills, to do whatever, right? You're going to go walk down this path to lead them to understand, hey, you do have the solution that I need as a customer. I need to talk to you, Mr. Contractor. Now, once you move into this, you start automating this pre-qualification, you need follow-up in place. Now, when the lead comes in, you need something to immediately follow up with them that responds and says, hey, we have your inquiry. Thank you so much for reaching out. It should be an email with a video of you. That is the best way. Introduce yourself. If you're scared to get on camera, you're going to have to get over it, because this is where you get to put a face to the name. It's a real human being, not somebody just on Facebook, not just an ad that they clicked, but it's a real person on the other end. And you're saying, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. Here's what we're going to do for you, Mr. Customer. I've outlined the entire process in this email. I'm actually going to be reaching out to you via phone. I want you to go and pick up your phone. I want you to make sure that you answer, and we'll go from there. Now, tell us a little bit more details about your project. You can fill out the form below. That will help me better give you an estimate as quickly as possible so we can make this work. If you're interested in 0% financing for 36 months, I would encourage you to go to step number 5. That is to get pre-qualified for 0% for 36 months. So you don't have to pay anything out of pocket. You just pay as you go. Now, a video like that, educating them on the process, educating them on the next steps, telling them what to do, what's going to happen? Well, we're going to start to see customers go down the funnel. And then at the end, you offer them a chance to book a call or a visit on your calendar. Once you do this, you start waking up to appointments on your calendar. You start waking up to more highly qualified leads. And you start understanding it's not just about getting leads, but it's about qualifying these leads and getting appointments. You cannot sell a lead, but when you get in front of somebody at an appointment, that's when the sales takes place. Does that make sense? Now, appointment setting, we've went through that, and how that flows is we make sure that once that appointment is set, we're going to do a few things different. We're going to make sure that we trigger an automation to remind these people, hey, you got an appointment coming up, make sure that you're there. If you find that your appointment show ratio is down, that's where we take different steps. We put in additional layers. We put in a voicemail drop that says, hey, just wanted to call you real quick. Sorry, we couldn't connect, but I wanted to leave you a voicemail real quick. I'm going to be at your house in 2 days. I wanted to make sure that you put this on your calendar. Please do me a favor, shoot me a text and let me know that you got it. And if I don't hear from you, no worries. I'll just call again later on today. We're going to let this prospect know that we're going to continue to follow up to make sure that we serve them the best way that we can. Once you go through this, once you build out this entire system, your life is going to become infinitely easier. If you do not have a system like this in place right now, I would highly recommend that you go in and build it, Because at the end of the day, what we have found in our business is you can get a bunch of leads, but it's not leads that you truly want. It is booked appointments. And I'm going to actually take you through and I'll show you a few things. Let me see here. Let me pull up some pictures so you can actually see some booked appointments that we had coming up this week. Today is the 11th. We have some appointments that have booked automatically over the weekend. So these contractors of ours have woken up and they've said, man, I have some business to do this week. So it's a good feeling. I'm going to show you. Let's click over here real quick. All right, so I'm going to show you these two so you can actually see this work in real time and understand that these are all done through automations, and these are automatically booking appointments on these contractors' calendars so they can truly wake up and start running leads. So here is this right here. It says, hey, what's your main roofing issue? Leaking? Is the roof access? Yes, these two are for commercial buildings. Are you the owner authorized to make changes to the roofing system, just as we spoke about and I'm most interested in? Now we're going to give them a few different choices because we want to understand where their frame of mind is when we show up. So it says small repairs to get me by, extending the life of my roof 10 to 15 years with a warranty, roof coating, or a full roof replacement, new roof. You can see on this right hand side where it says building type, that's commercial and industrial. What type is it? Flat roof. What is their timeline? They put ASAP. They want this done now. Now, here's the thing that we can't forget. Just because they say ASAP doesn't mean we get to skip steps in the process. Doesn't mean we get to skip building rapport and building that relationship and understanding where they're coming from, meeting them where they're at. I've found in just from my own experience that when we start skipping steps with clients and we forget to build rapport because the client starts rushing us, they want to hurry up. Everybody wants to hurry up. I don't have any time. Like, sometimes we just got to slow down a little bit and just say, hey, look, I'd like to get to know you and see what I can do, because there might be other alternatives that we can help you better. I need to better understand everything that you're going through, everything that you want to achieve, to give you the best solution. The same in my business here. If I don't truly understand where you're coming from, where you want to go, what you've been through, then how can I offer you a tailored custom solution? Maybe there's some other things that we need to put in your business first to help you succeed. And that's what we do here at Royalty Roofing. So look at roof size, 5 to 15,000 square foot. So you see this here. I mean, if you woke up, you had an appointment, 10,000 square foot roof, would you be okay with that? That is the question. I mean, this guy says, come out August 12th, 2 p.m., already locked in. Okay? Let me show you this other one. See how it's a different time, August 12th, 11:30 a.m. We have slots already predetermined for these folks that are, you can't book more than 3 or 4 appointments. You determine that. They got to be X amount of time apart so you have time to travel, things like this. So we make sure that you're all set up and you're good to go. What's wrong with the roof? What's the main roofing issue here? It's old. The guy says, look, it's old, it's tired, I need it changed, right? Or I need to extend the life of it. Are you the owner authorized to make changes to the roofing system? Yes. We're talking to the decision maker here. I'm most interested in extending the life of my roof 10 to 15 years with a warranty, roof coating. These guys saw the ad. They came in. They said, that's exactly what I want. That's what I'm thinking. Doesn't mean they're going to get a roof coating. You guys know if you're doing commercial roofing, guess what? If it's over 20% saturated, doesn't mean, it's like, hey, your roof's wet, more than 20%, we can't coat it. And if anybody's telling you that we can, then they may not be following the right steps. But we're going to go into this and look, again, roof type, his timeline, this guy says within 30 days, so he wants to do it within the next month. And the roof size is 15 to 25,000 square foot. It's a pretty big roof. August 12th, 11:30. Now, the question is, do you have a system like this in place? If you don't, how are you going to do it? What are you going to build it in? If you guys want to see me build this system out, drop a comment in the video below. I'll show you exactly how I do it step by step. I won't gatekeep anything. You guys can actually even get a snapshot from me if you're in roofing, blowing insulation, siding, gutters, whatever it is. It's pretty much all the same. I'll give you the templates. I'll give you the plug and play system. If you want that, comment that you want the system. I'll give it to you. No worries. But any kind of questions you guys have, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you on the next one.